Today I am going to walk you through how to set up a Mailchimp account and get your automated welcome email set up, ready to roll, so when someone signs up for your list, they automatically get that introduction email and you will be well on your way to building an email list. Hey, my name is Ryan, and today we are going to go over Mailchimp. So, if you are not familiar with email lists, I highly encourage you to pay attention to this video, set up your free Mailchimp account, and get this going today. Like, it is just so vitally important to your business's success to do this. And if you're not doing this, you are missing out on a ton of business and upsells. So, we're going to set up a Mailchimp account just from scratch, brand new, and then I'm going to fully populate everything, all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to get a welcome email set up. I'll show you where you can upload a list of, say, first names and email addresses of your current clients, and then you could have a list for people that just signed up on your website or wherever you have that sign up, and you can have a list for current clients. And then you could always move, like if someone signs up on your website and then becomes a client, then you could move them to the client list so they would get those emails. The idea here is you would be sending different emails to the different lists that you have on your automatic email service like Mailchimp, because potentially they would want to get different messages, right? Sometimes they may overlap and it would make sense to send the same email to two audiences, and you can certainly do that. But often you're going to be sending different emails to someone that you're trying to encourage to set up versus someone who's already set up, and you potentially want to be kind of just providing value to them. You always want to provide value, but you could always try to upsell your current clients. That's something I think a lot of guys forget about. Like, you already have people that are paying you, comfortable with your service, like you, etc. Like, upsell them, get some more money out of them. You're a business, you're supposed to make money. Do things to encourage people to pay you more, right? So, along with that, you can let them know, I recommend doing like helpful tips and tricks, like think seasonal, maybe by the month, ask for reviews, ask for referrals, stuff like that. A lot of these review fetching services, it's essentially just a set of automated emails. You could easily build that out for free in Mailchimp. I don't believe Mailchimp has the SMS capability, and that's a very effective route that a lot of these review fetching services use. Is they'll send one of those automated sequences is going to be a text instead of an email, and that is a very effective way to do it. So, of course, you can text anybody a link, you can email them a link, all this kind of stuff, but Google reviews are crucial for ranking locally, so it just ties into everything. But enough with the introduction. Let's dive into it and start creating an email, an email list, account, etc., whatever you want to call it. We're using Mailchimp because it is like the only one apparently out there that you really get, useful features and this kind of stuff for free. So it's something kind of crazy, like up to 2,000 contacts and like 12,000 emails a month on the free plan. You don't have some of the automations and this kind of stuff. You'll have to manually do it, but I believe the plans start at like $15 a month, so it's very reasonable and 100% worth doing. So let's dive in. I am on Mailchimp.com, go figure, and we're gonna say sign up for free because this client does not have an email. So, does not have an account. So Lisa at AspireTherapyForKids.com is the person that we're doing this for. So we're going to say username Aspire Therapy and password, and copy this in here, and that, boom. Okay, so get started. Okay, so it's saying we're going to send, that an email so you can verify your email account. So like most of our clients, I have access to her email as we are working on her setup. So this one came into this newsletter field right down here. Activate your account, boom. We're not a robot. Okay, so now we just need to log back in. And we'll just go back to Mailchimp.com login. And it should be in my LastPass at this point. I believe we just saved it in there. So, boop, sign in. Okay, there it goes. So it took a second. We're just going to stay on the free plan. Apparently, starts at $30 a month. So, maybe there's more. I don't know. But we're just going to go with the free plan. So it's free. Let's go complete. And first name, so I'm going to obviously use her information. I was going to say that doesn't look right. Lisa Davison. Okay, continue. What is the name of your business? So, just very common questions here. Aspire Therapy Services, HTTPS, AspireTherapyForKids.com. Okay. Keep it moving. So the street address. So there we go. Do you have a list of email subscribers? No, we do not. Connect social media. Lisa will need to do that. So she can do that, and she should. Let's find your marketing path. Let's not do that right now. No, I don't want any more emails, and neither does she. So we're not going to subscribe to any of those. Okay, so now we've jumped through the initial hoops of setting up the account on Mailchimp, right? So let's go into the profile. We'll go to profile and see what's up in here. And everything is looking good in here, so we don't need to make any changes. Upload a photo. Let's go ahead and upload a photo for Lisa. We'll take this one right here. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, so we got our photo in there. And okay, so we're looking good. Settings. Let's go to details. We got the time right. Okay. They just want a little bit of information, so let's just go ahead and give them a little bit of information. Health and fitness, save. We'll go ahead, we'll have her get a weekly account summary so she doesn't forget about this. And that's good right there. Users, contact information. Let's make sure all the contact information is right. There's no phone number, so let's go ahead and get her phone number in here. Okay. Domains. So, authenticate your domain. Okay, so we'll want to add a couple DNS records to ensure that our emails actually make it into the inbox and not the spam folder. So I'm going to navigate to where I add my DNS records. So this will be different. Could be at your domain registrar or your domain host. But I'm just going to follow the simple instructions right here. It says add a CNAME for this. CNAME record is this right here. And then it said add a TXT record for the domain name, which I'll need to add my trailing period in mine, like all the other ones right there. And then add this TXT record right here, which will need to go in quotes. It may not need to go in quotes on yours. So those are the two records they said to add. So we'll go ahead and add those. Everything's still looking good. And whenever I add a DNS record, I jump right back in and verify that it did it right, because it did not. It added this right here on the end of that. So if we look right here, it just said that. And we need the period because everything that's a domain in mine needs a trailing period. So that could be a thing on yours. If it's not reading that record, it's probably because it needs that period at the end. So that is going to be that. And then very possibly I may need to delete this right here. So if this does not go through, then I'll know to check that. So I have made the correction. I'll save it. Okay, great. And then this is not going to authenticate because it's going to take this long. Okay, so it's more than likely not going to work. There's a slim chance that it's already picked up on it, but I seriously doubt it. Okay, like I said, it has not authenticated. It needs 24 to 48 hours. So we can, assume that is the issue. Okay, no worries. We'll just need to come back and check that at a later date. Not a problem. Okay, billing. We don't need to worry about billing. Extras. We will need an API key. So don't let this freak you out. Create a key. We're going to set the label to website sign up so we know what it is. Here's the API key. I'll copy that, and I'm going to need to put that on my sign up form on the website. So if we take a look at this, here is the email opt-in on the website. Save that. And if we come in here to the email account, it'll say API key and account name. So the account name is the name I gave it when I set it up, which was Aspire Therapy, and the API key. So those are those two things. I'll click submit, and we got right there. So the Mailchimp list, Aspire Therapy Services. So we will see that in the Mailchimp in a second. So it automatically creates you a list right off the bat. So we have our key connected to our sign up form, and that's great news. Integrations. So should definitely just get the sign up form on Facebook. It's very straightforward to do, since I'm not her, you know what I mean? I'm not the main person on her Facebook account. I cannot do that. I can set up her authorization with Google Analytics because I am the main person on that. Allow. Okay. So now it's connected. Great. Perfect. Okay. So let's go to audience. Manage audience. View audiences. And there is the list. So I told you that it creates a list when you sign up, and that it defaulted to that list when we connected it to the website. So service provider, Mailchimp, and then the Mailchimp list, because we put in the API and the login account name, it found the list, right? And you could pick, if you had multiple lists, you could have multiple lists. You could say this sign up form is for this list, right? And then you could send them specific information because they're interested in whatever that sign up was for. That's the whole point of that. So that's that. Go ahead and save that, and we're done over there. So it's fully connected to the website at this point, but we won't be sending anybody an email when they sign up yet. So I'll show you how that works. So we're going to go to create. We're going to go email. We're going to go automated. So even though we're on the free account, you still have limited automations available, which would qualify. This welcome new subscribers would qualify. So introduce yourself to people when they sign up for your audience. So that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish here. So campaign name, and I'm going to say, website sign up welcome auto. So that way I know what this is, right? This is when they sign up on the website, it's the welcome email, and it's sent out automatically. And this is going to be select your audience, so it's that audience, right? So we're sticking with that same audience because when they sign up for that list that I just showed you on the website, we want them to get this welcome email. So begin. Okay, so you have what they call triggers, stuff like that. So send it to new subscribed contacts immediately after they join the list. That's exactly what we want them to happen. They sign up and they get the email in their inbox instantly. Perfect. Who's it coming from? It's coming from Lisa at Aspire Therapy for Kids. So let's click on that and edit, because we don't necessarily want it to say her name. Well, let's go ahead and do it because she is like the owner and the physical therapist on staff at her facility. She's the only person there, right? She's actually part-time working at the hospital, pay the bills, support her family, stuff like that. And her passion is helping these kids with special needs gain greater mobility, strength, and live a more normal life. Awesome stuff, right? So, Lisa with Aspire Therapy Services. So, they'll know who is sending that. Very clear. Perfect. Okay, so subject. Thanks for joining us. We think you'll like it here. I'm just going to leave that. You're more than welcome to change this to whatever you want. You have some character limits, stuff like that. So if you want to change that stuff, feel free to change that stuff. But I think this is fine. Save. Okay, so this is where we actually edit our email and make the design. So let's click Edit Design. And it's saying, hey, you should think about putting your logo right here, okay? So we'll say, okay. And replace it because it's not in there. So let's go to Upload. And we'll grab her logo. So logos and icons. Let's see what the size is on this one. It's relatively small, might be fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead with this smaller one. That'll work. We'll open it. So now it's in here, and we'll insert it. So there we go. So we have our logo in there, and you don't want to go crazy with images on emails because if they don't hit display images, then it's just going to show the alt text. So here is where you can add your alt text. So I highly recommend you always add alt text whenever you're using an image on the internet. But right here, this is a perfect example of how to use it. So we're just going to say Aspire Therapy Services logo. So this is going to be read out by a screen reader, and people can read it if the image doesn't display. It's like a placeholder if the image doesn't display for some reason. So we're just going to write a short sentence, Aspire Therapy Services logo, and let me get my stuff correct, update it, boom. Okay, so here's where our content will go. So what you're seeing right here is placeholders. I'm actually going to delete that too. I already have the text. And I already know Mailchimp, so I know what the placeholders are. So here is my text that I want in here, and this is how it looks. That's not good. So let's delete out of here. Why is that pulling in like that? I don't know. Okay, there we go. So we're back to paragraph text. It was on like some kind of headline or something like that. That's why I was looking all goofy. So that's much better. Get our spacing in here. So I'm going to want to make this bold. Go ahead and make that bold. Go ahead and make their name bold. Okay, so just a nice little welcome email here, and then I really want to get her some reviews, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick a link in here for her reviews. So I pulled her review link out of her Google My Business. So direct link, g.page link right there. Perfect. Okay, insert. And now we have the link. I don't really like that color right there. What I need to do is I'm going to change it to as close to her color as I can get. So that's as close as I can get. I guess we could put in a hex code and nail it, but for the purposes of the video, good enough. I would like it to be bold if possible. Doesn't seem like it's bolding out. Let me go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. So, boom. So it stands out a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bold her name just to kind of make it a little easier to read, stuff like this. Okay, perfect. Save. Come in here and edit these socials because they just default. This website link will take them to Mailchimp. The Facebook will just take them to facebook.com. So let's add in the correct links. Her website is there. Aspire's website, so that's alt text again. Aspire's Facebook, and paste in the Facebook address. There's no Twitter, so I'll delete that one. So we just have Facebook and the website link, and we'll save and close. So now we have a nice little email. This F first name is going to turn into the person's first name. So we always get their first name when they sign up right here. So they're going to provide their name and their email. So then when we send them the email, it will address it to them. I think you have to do that. Like if you are sending out emails like hi or hey valued customer, that doesn't go over well with anybody. So we have that set up. Save and continue. And that's it. Start sending. Start now. Okay. Voila. Look at that. So what I'll do now to show you it's working is I'll upload, or I'll open an incognito window here. I'll just refresh, make sure we have all the new changes. Come down here and I'll type in Ryan, and Ryan at getoptimizednow.com, and subscribe. So perfect. It says success right there. So that's the first time I've done this since I just hooked it up. So I'll need to address that where you can actually see that text. That would be great. And we'll go check my email and see what's up. Okay, so there I am on the list, and it lets us know API is the website sign up. So that's that. So I'm on the list, and here the email took 30 seconds, 45 seconds to get here. Since this is why we verified the domain. And as you saw, it said it's going to take 24 to 48 hours, and obviously it's not been that long. So this is the issue if you don't verify your domain. So that's why it's really important to actually verify your domain. And once it is verified in Mailchimp and they can pick up on those DNS records, then this will not show. And here is why you put the alt text in right there, Aspire Therapy Services logo. And then there's the alt text again, even though it's hard to read on these two little icons. But if you click display now, boom, there you go. So that's it. That's all there is to it. And now you'll be able to reconnect with anybody who has signed up for your list for absolutely free. You can, you're trying to do a leaf removal push. Boom, send out a message to the 100, 200,000 people on your email list. If you are providing value, then you will get people on your email list. Something I want to mention is you should definitely consider, can you give something away of value for free to encourage people to get on your list? Maybe it's a checklist. Maybe it's, for the lawn and landscape guys, maybe it's a year-round calendar of what to do in your lawn and landscape. Maybe it's 10 things lawn care company owners don't want you to know, or whatever it is. Try to think of something. It's usually going to be like a PDF. Maybe it could be a video. Whatever you can think of that is of value to your audience, create a little giveaway type thing, and then you could attach that to that email. So essentially they could sign up and then they could get an email with that included, or a link to it, or whatever, right? So that's what it is. I hope you saw just how quick and easy it is to fully set up a Mailchimp account, and I really hope you restart this video and hop on Mailchimp and go through all those steps I just showed you and set your Mailchimp up account right now, because it is seriously that important. You'll want to have that database sometime in the future, so get it started now. Okay, that's it. If you like the video, please remember to like the video. If you like the channel, Please remember to subscribe. If you have any questions, we have comments down below and I read them all, so I will respond to you as fast as I possibly can. There are a bunch of other helpful people who watch the channel and will offer their advice if they feel they are comfortable doing so. So it's all gravy, baby. Yeah, until the next video, you already know, keep making money.